Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're just waiting on a couple of more people to get into the meeting. They're coming into the lobby now. So we will start the webinar in a couple of minutes. Okay, uh, looks like they're in now. Okay, I wonder, can everybody hear me okay? If you can just give me a thumbs up or let me know. Okay, looking okay. Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for our webinar. I've just got a couple of more people coming into the lobby. Just admit them. Okay, can everybody hear me okay? If you could just give me a thumbs up or wave. That's great. Thank you. Okay, so once again, thank you for joining us this afternoon for our webinar on how cybersecurity can win business, keep customers, and protect reputation. This afternoon, we're going to look at those three key points there, and MD, Entrust MD, Russ McKenzie, will take you through these slides. Russ started the business many years ago. He's one of our two founders, and I'm going to hand you over to Russ now, who will take you through the deck. Thank you, Russ.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Mark, for that introduction. So to start off with it as quickly as I can, who are Entrust? The short pitch is we help our clients defend against cyber attacks, and we do that by providing first-class IT support and services. The longer pitch is we've been at this for 23 years now. There's 18 of us. We have an awesome 97% client retention rate. We offer IT support, cybersecurity, cloud, and IT consultancy services. Cybersecurity underpins everything that we do. And there's an interesting fact here. Our very first support call from our very first client 23 years ago was for cybersecurity. And the call went something like this. We really like your proposal. We want to engage you. And we also badly need some help like now. Their server had been hacked and BT were telling them that they were sending 10,000 spam emails every hour. And if they didn't fix it, BT were going to cut them off. Now, cybersecurity may have developed a lot in 23 years, but it's by no means a new thing or phenomenon. I'm very proud to say that first client is still a client, and I can't think of a better way to demonstrate our commitment to building lasting client relationships combined with excellent service and value. So let's dive straight in. In today's digital age, your customers demand and expect the highest quality cybersecurity to safeguard their data and privacy. And they also know how to complain, who to complain to if you let them down. But meeting these expectations isn't just a necessity. Please don't think about it as a begrudging spend. It's also a great opportunity to earn their trust and secure their business. So how can we turn this to our advantage? Nowadays, data is everywhere. It's in our daily lives. Almost everything revolves around digital systems. Procurement, banking, emails, videos, a visit to the doctors, marketing, all generating vast amounts of sensitive data. Your customers need to trust you to keep their data secure and use their data only for legitimate purposes. They don't expect their information to fall into the wrong hands due to negligence. Data protection is a business necessity, and compliance is essential. Governments have strict laws on data handling. Customers assume that you will know your legal responsibilities and follow the compliance regulations. And if you don't, then they can enforce heavy penalties. Not only do customers expect secure compliance systems, but they expect these systems to be available when they need them. In the event that there is an incident, an attack, or even a breach, clients expect you to respond swiftly and that you already have in place defined processes. They expect you to take proactive steps to stop cybersecurity. People are still coming in. So meeting these expectations isn't just about compliance, it's about building trust, protecting your business and securing long-term success. So how do you meet these expectations? Now, we strongly suggest that you start with a security audit, being mindful of any regulatory bodies that you need to comply with. Find out what you're doing well and discover what you can do better. Find out where your risks are and how severe they are. Look at your policies, review and strengthen them. Examine those risks and close the ones that are appropriate to your business as soon as possible. When it comes to cybersecurity, you can always do more, but as a business owner, you have to balance how far you go and with how much of a risk you are. Test your defenses, ensure robust protection, stay ahead of potential threats. Having reviewed and remediated your cybersecurity, how do you use this to your advantage to win more business? How do you show clients and potential customers that you have good processes and policies in place and these are practiced as part of your daily operations? Now, the best way to achieve this is by having an independent cyber assessment and gaining certification from a licensed certification body, such as IASME, that's Information Assurance for Small and Medium-Sized Business Enterprises. And now IASME administer the government scheme for businesses to demonstrate commitment to cybersecurity, which is Cyber Essentials and Cyber Essentials Plus. Once you've achieved these certifications, you can use the badge on your communications, website, and marketing to let customers know you practice good cybersecurity and the clients can trust you. If you're writing proposals or replying to tenders, it will definitely score you plus points and differentiate you from the competition. So how do you win more business by having robust cybersecurity? Trust is everything. And when customers see your commitment to data protection, system reliability, and compliance, they'll start to trust you, and trust drives business. Companies that fail to meet these expectations risk losing opportunities and clients. Meeting these expectations can also unlock new markets. Industries like the public sector, NHS, and finance require strong cybersecurity credentials. Without them, you could miss out on opportunities and potential growth. Define and follow cybersecurity policies. Work with accredited partners to help you stay secure and compliant. Regularly test your defenses and apply security patches as soon as they're available. Protect your operating systems, applications, and hardware. Train your staff to be cyber aware. At Entrust, we provide training for staff either in the classroom or online access across the IT landscape and AI and cybersecurity. Talk to us if training is something you'd be interested in. And remember to always be proactive, not reactive. Cyber threats don't wait, and neither should you. Monitor for vulnerabilities, respond quickly to any threats detected, and prevent breaches before they happen. Key messages are here on the screen. Try to get ahead of where your clients think that you should be. I've got a great true story from one of our clients who was an early adopter of Cyber Essentials. Dean from Paynex runs an outsourced payroll company, and she very quickly grasped how important it was to demonstrate to her clients that she takes very good care of all the hugely sensitive data her clients give her. Dina found herself pitching for business in a boardroom of a 1,000-person company, and she loved the fact that one of them was a sir. But she loved it more when one of them asked, "Why on earth would we trust you with our payroll data? How can we trust you?" She then spent the next few minutes explaining to them all about Cyber Essentials because not one of them in the room had heard of it. Dina won the business. Now, that was a few years ago and things have moved on. But think about how Dina positioned her company ahead of the curve. She'd already answered the questions before the question came in. So let's now take a look at the question, is your data in the cloud inherently more secure? All systems seem to be migrating to the cloud now. It is definitely the way to go. And I often get asked, is the cloud secure? Well, it absolutely depends on who you're going to be using. Security in the cloud isn't inherently better or worse than, let's say, an on-premise server. It all comes down to how well it's implemented and maintained. So let's consider cloud versus on-premise risks and benefits. Cloud benefits, you get advanced security features, scalability, and automatic updates. The cloud risks, misconfigurations, shared responsibility, and a reliance on the provider. On-premise benefits, well, you've now got full control over security policies, custom configurations. The on-premise risks are higher maintenance costs and vulnerability to physical threats. Is it the cloud provider's job or yours? Well, actually, it's both. The cloud provider's shared responsibility model helps see how security is shared. Cloud security isn't automatic. The cloud offers enterprise-grade security, automatic updates, and scalability. However, misconfigured can expose data. On-premise solutions give full control but require constant maintenance and are vulnerable to hardware failure. So who's responsible, your cloud provider or you? Both. Providers secure the infrastructure, but you must control access. You've got to encrypt the data and monitor threats. With the right strategy, the cloud can be the safest option. The question is, are you securing it properly? Microsoft's shared responsibility model gives a clearer picture of how the responsibility moves. The right-hand column is on-prem, where all responsibility absolutely sits with you. As you take on more cloud services from IaaS or SSS, software as a service, the responsibility shifts to the cloud provider. Cloud providers offer powerful security features, but they're only as strong as your configuration of them. On-premise systems can be highly secure, but only with continuous investment in infrastructure, expertise, and round-the-clock protection. Security isn't about where your data is, it's about how well it's protected. Whether in the cloud or on-premise, the right partner makes all the difference. Choose a provider with proven experience and certifications, for example, Microsoft or AWS, to ensure your data remains secure. And then work with an experienced partner to ensure if you use cloud services, these are configured correctly and that you are compliant. So we've explored what your customers expect in cybersecurity, the difference between cloud and on-premise security, and the importance of working with certified experts. Now let's consider how AI fits into the picture, because it's here right now and it's developing at a hell of a pace. AI brings powerful opportunities for efficiency and innovation, but also introduces security and compliance risks. Protecting sensitive data, ensuring regulatory adherence, and selecting AI tools with security in mind are critical steps. For businesses operating in the EU, compliance with the EU AI Act 2023 is mandatory, even post-Brexit. Meanwhile, the rapid growth of AI is driving organizations to adopt these tools to enhance decision-making, unlock new markets, and meet customer expectations for speed and personalization. However, with AI adoption comes cybersecurity challenges. How do you maintain control, protect your business, and give users the seamless experience that they demand? The key lies in secure AI implementation. It's balancing the innovation with strong governance to unlock real value without compromising security. So evaluating AI for your business. Think about a strategic approach. Start off with defining clear objectives, set specific goals, identify the problem you're solving or the opportunity you're seizing with AI. Assess feasibility. Determine if AI is the right solution or if traditional methods would be more effective. Evaluate the provider. Reputation and expertise. Research the AI provider's track record. Are they well established and trusted? Difficult with AI because it's quite new. Focus and specialization. Understand whether their expertise aligns with your business needs. Data security and privacy. Ensure the provider follows best practices for data handling and complies with relevant regulations. Consider ethical implications. Bias and fairness. Ensure the AI tool operates without bias and treats all groups equitably. Transparency and explainability. Choose AI solutions that are transparent in their processes and decisions. Accountability. Understand who is responsible for the AI's outcomes and how to handle any issues. And key takeaway, so when integrating AI into your business, prioritize security, compliance, and the critical functionalities that support your objectives. Use a detailed checklist to guide your selection and ensure the tool enhances both your operational efficiency and your security. The adoption of AI tools in business brings new challenges and opportunities, and it's essential to understand the security implications when integrating AI into your operations to safeguard any sensitive information. As we discussed in the previous slide, we clearly defined our objectives and we set out our criteria, but where do we start? Given that your staff are already familiar with Microsoft and Microsoft's security credentials are seamlessly integrated into your existing environment, it makes perfect sense to consider Copilot as your starting AI solution. This allows you to leverage the power of AI while maintaining strong security across your organization. If you're seeking something more tailored, specific projects can be explored further down the line. However, to prevent users from independently exploring AI tools and potentially sharing company data on public platforms such as DeepSeek, Claude, Watson, Cooper, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Einstein, exposing sensitive information to risks ranging from competitors to international threats, it's a strategic move to take control with Copilot. By centralizing AI within a secure, controlled environment, you protect your data while maximizing the benefits of AI for your business and enable your users to benefit from the efficiencies, productivity, and creativity that AI can enable and help drive down your overheads. So when looking at AI, please consider carefully the security features. Do they match your business? Think about any compliance requirements, particularly to your industry. Do draft and use a critical checklist, or if you'd like to use ours, let us know and we can share that with you. Next steps. Well, a good place to start is to conduct a security audit. You should choose a partner who's accredited and one who has experience and can demonstrate this. You should check their cyber security credentials. Are they accredited by the NCSC, National Cybersecurity Centre? Do they have their own team of certified cybersecurity experts? And are they certified by IASB? And whilst we're talking about credentials, let me just cover off where Entrust fit in case anyone wants to compare. Entrust, the company, are a licensed certification body. We had to be audited by IASB, and we also had to hold a suitable quality assurance qualification. Our staff then had to qualify as advisors and assessors. An assessor's role is to conduct assessments of Cyber Essentials, CE, and Cyber Essentials Plus. Whereas an advisor, they're qualified to provide advice and guidance on how to reach certification standard. Both assessor and advisor require at least 3 years of real-world practical experience, passing the right security exams, and then be able to demonstrate a thorough understanding of cybersecurity. And again, if you're managing a cloud environment or are planning on moving to the cloud or using more cloud services, you should work with a partner who has the right qualifications and experience and has the background of addressing cybersecurity to ensure that you stay safe at all times. The Entrust team are skilled in Microsoft and AWS technologies. For AWS alone, we've got 9 certified staff. So we're well placed to advise and support wherever your cloud requirements are. And if you recognize the importance of taking control of AI across your business before your employees start experimenting with it on their own and potentially risking leaking your clients' data or your business data, then please consider Microsoft Copilot. Microsoft Copilot seamlessly integrates into your existing Microsoft 365 environment, and it will adopt your already in place tailored security. It allows you to confidently embrace the power of AI. To ensure your systems are fully prepared for this integration and that your tailored security is indeed correctly configured, we can help with a Copilot readiness assessment. This will ensure your infrastructure is AI ready, Your existing security access permissions are all in place, and you can start to harness the benefits of AI without compromising on security or functionality. Entrust can guide you through the process and set your business up for success. Now, before we get into a Q&A, I'd like to tell you a true story. 3 years ago, we worked with a customer for whom we provided IT support and cybersecurity. In fact, it's the same 1,000-person company I mentioned earlier. Remember the one where Dina had to explain what Cyber Essentials was and how it could protect their sensitive data? Well, Dina was my introducer to this company. And I'll be honest, it was only for a short period of 4 months, which when their IT team all pretty much walked out with stress, and it was early COVID. Now, we worked very hard in those few months to really tighten up on reducing the numbers of tickets and closing some very exposed cybersecurity threats because, well, that's what we do. And it allowed them to focus on running their business. Now, I've redacted the customer details to protect the company, but I think it's okay to say that they should be considered part of UK's critical infrastructure. And as such, they're going to be an elevated target. After 4 months of Entrust service, they went off and recruited their own head of IT with a new team, and they gave us notice. And I'd admit, yeah, I was a bit disappointed, but these things happen. And as it turned out, the company came back to me 4 months later to say the new head of IT has also walked out, and can we help again? But it was at this point where I said, well, we're not really the fire brigade. I'll only do it if you sign a 12-month contract. You've got an awful lot of issues, and I want to do a proper job for you. Now, they declined my proposal, and they went off and recruited a new team. Funny how things turn out, because 3 years later, they contacted us again, asking if we could help them recover from a cyber attack, providing cybersecurity assistance. And we did it, actually. I did feel a little bit sorry for them, and they really did need some help. We spent about 6 weeks helping them recover. And it turned out that the attackers had infiltrated their systems through an unpatched operating system on one of their servers. The last time the patches had been applied to that server was back in March 21, and it was done by Entrust when we'd been their IT department for 4 months. The attackers were a group that were called Cactus, and the sum that they were demanding was very large. On the screen now is an article on a forum that discusses cybersecurity, and to me, this absolutely represents reputational damage. Now, I don't know if they've actually paid the ransom or not, but these guys were asking for $1 million. They were certainly asked for it. Now, it's a possibility that the attackers did ask for the ransom. The company didn't pay up very quickly, so the attackers leaked the story to a journalist, hoping that the journalist would then go ahead, publish it, and thereby apply more pressure to the company to pay out. I cannot stress enough about the importance of partnering with an experienced cybersecurity IT provider. It's essential to be proactively, constantly staying ahead of potential threats and ensuring your defenses are robust. Cybersecurity isn't something to address reactively when a breach occurs. It's about building a strong, secure foundation from the start and consistently maintaining the security as your business evolves. So in terms of next steps, that's entirely up to you and your company. If what we've discussed today has triggered an interest, whether it's a security audit, a cloud migration strategy, or to book an AI readiness assessment before your staff take your data and reputation into their own hands, then please get in touch and we'd be very happy to help. Now, you can scan any of the QR codes to navigate to our website where you can contact us or use the email address sales@entrustsystems.co.uk. Okay, and I think next we're going to open up the chat to questions, aren't we, Mark?
Yes, we are. Thank you, Russ. That was really informative. Thank you. I hope everybody attending got some useful information there. So as Russ has said, do we have any questions that we can answer now, or would you prefer to contact us directly and we can take them one to one? But if there are any questions that you'd like to ask, please feel free to put your hand up or post them in the chat. Okay, doesn't look like we've got any questions that people are eager to ask in the group, so we'll look out for those one-to-one. I did consider lining up some questions, but Russ shot me down quite quickly and said, we're Entrust, we do things transparently and straightforward. So there's no questions at the moment. I look forward to catching up with all of you in the coming days. And thank you for attending this afternoon. We finished quite early, 15 minutes. So I hope you managed to get a bit more lunch in today. Thank you.